What's up, everybody? It's me, Blake316, with another review for you guys. This review is going to be on a portable gaming console called the Tiger Gamecom. I recently did a review on the Sega Game Gear. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll post it as a video response for you guys to check it out. Basically, I'm doing all these reviews on all these gaming consoles from the past of the portables is basically because, as everyone's aware, the new Nintendo 3DS is soon to be released and everyone's pretty excited about it. So I figured I'd give a little bit of history on what came out before that. Like I said, this is the Tiger Gamecom. It was released in the late 90s. This is the Pocket Pro version, which is the second generation. There was also a first generation, which was about twice the size, and it had 2 cartridge slots. Also, there was a third generation, which was basically the Pocket Pro, but it came in colors. But unfortunately, all of them failed. They couldn't compete with the Nintendo and Sega Game Gear at the time. But this was actually a very revolutionary machine at the time, and a lot of current portables use some ideas that this once used. To get straight into it, the Tiger Gamecom, first of all, used the stylus, which meant that it had a touchscreen, just like the Nintendo DS. As you see the boot screen has a Palm Pilot menu, which at the time Palm Pilots were very popular. As you can see, it has a calculator, address book, it has solitaire. It has a few things. The graphics on the Tiger Gamecom were really good, actually. They were a lot better than the Game Boy. But unfortunately, it wasn't in color. And that didn't really make much sense because the Sega Game Gear was in color. And Game Boy just released the Game Boy Color. So for this to be in black and white was sort of a drawback. And I don't think anyone wanted to go back to black and white when they had colored consoles. It also has a backlight, which is cool, that it came with. As far as the games, it had really good games. It had Resident Evil 2, which is a really good port. It had Jurassic Park. It had Mortal Kombat. It had NBA Jam. A Metal Gear Solid game was actually supposed to come out on this, but it was canceled. But yeah, like the graphics were definitely better than the Game Boy, but for some reason it just didn't take off. A lot of people just don't like change, I guess. And another feature that it had was that you could actually hook this up to the internet. It had a modem which you can buy. This was the first portable where you can actually buy a modem. But unfortunately, the internet features weren't too good because even though you hooked it up to the internet, basically it was just a text internet where you basically see everyone's high scores and you see whose score was higher in a particular game. So one part it was advanced, the other part was like, who cares? It wasn't something too exciting to get all amped up for. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any games for this. This is a pretty rare console, but the funny thing is, I bought it brand new at like KB toy stores for about $10. But they didn't have any games, and I never really went out to finding any games for it. Another cool idea about it is it actually has a backup battery feature, where if you get like the batteries that you put in watches and whatnot, you can put it in here. So say it takes 2 AA batteries. If your 2 AA batteries died on you while you're playing, the backup battery actually gives you the ability to keep playing, which is definitely was a cool feature at the time. As you see, there's a little slot for the internet modem. But it was a pretty cool console, but unfortunately, it just failed because, you know, I think it was the black and white screen. People didn't want to play in black and white. And, you know, going against Nintendo and even Sega at the time was just a hard task to defeat. So, but this is a quick review. Like I said, you know, just want to give people some history on the little portables that came out before the Nintendo 3DS comes out. This is me, Blake316. Let me know what you think about this. Peace.